I used to be morbidly obese at the age of 15, 16 years old. I was overweight, extremely overweight, and I had no energy. I had no drive to do anything. I couldn't think clearly, and it was almost like everything was against me. It felt like my entire body and my mind were against me. And because of that, I went through this period of time where I realized that the current version of myself is only bringing pain. It's only bringing pain towards me. And whenever I actually put myself in the mindset of my future self, who doesn't have to fucking count calories, who doesn't have to sit down and worry about, if there's a bunch of junk food in front of them that they have to worry about if they're going to eat it or not. And I think about the kind of person that they are, this kind of person that I want to be. What kind of traits, what kind of character do they have? From doing this, from building this sort of mindset of basically I have to kill my current self. I have to kill my current version of myself because it's not helping me whatsoever. It's not helping me for getting into this place that I want to be in. And so really the mindset that you should be carrying is the fact that you cannot trust your current self. And don't listen to these people talking about moderation is your friend, enjoy the feels. Okay, if you seriously want to make progress, you should not be relying on moderation. You should be relying on your discipline, on building this level of discipline. And then eventually over time, then you can start to incorporate moderation. See, I was lied to by so many people telling me that, moderation's friendly and moderation's good. And you can eat this amount of food and this amount. Whenever you are in such a very dark place, you should not be thinking about moderation. You should be thinking about, I'm going to be focusing on I'm going to be focusing on my diet. I'm going to be focusing on working out. I'm going to be focusing on the things that matter, so that later on I can slowly start to incorporate things into my diet. I can slowly start to incorporate, maybe I can't maybe I can't have a cheat day this time. Maybe I can take some more break days off. First of all, your biggest concern should be the fact that you cannot trust your current self, because your current self has led you to the place that you are now, which is unhealthy, which is unfit. You might not be fat, you might be really skinny, but regardless, you're not happy at the place that you are right now. So really, first of all, think about where do you seriously want to go? Because maybe it's not bodybuilding. You don't have to be some really jacked guy. Maybe in reality you just want to get into a sport. Maybe you just want to impress some girls. Maybe you want to see what your body's capable of, how strong you can get. Get clear as to where you want to go. And think about that version of you who already has this, who already has all these things that you want. And think about, what kind of person are they? See, we're always we always get exercises and different plans thrown at us at our face, but we don't even know as to what we want to be. Once I had a clear vision as to the way I wanted to look, the way I would feel with the way I looked, the kind of the confidence that I would have, then that's whenever I actually started to make more progress, because you'll stop worrying about that whys and the how is this going to happen. Once you have the why, once you have the actual vision as to what you want to do, what you want to look like, then that's whenever all of your answers of how you're going to get there starts to appear. So I'll tell you guys, another thing is, and this is also branching off of it, is you really just need to figure out what you enjoy doing. Because we live in this modern circle of this fitness circle where everyone's always talking about weightlifting, but bro, you don't have to weightlift. You don't have to be weightlifting 5-6 times a week like everybody else. I don't weightlift 5-6 times a week. Right now, I'm more happy than I was in my entire time of lifting. And I only lift 2-3 times a week, because other days I do other stuff. I'm like I said, I box, I run, I do other activities. What I'm telling you guys is, another thing is, 1, get a vision as to where you want to be. And then 2, find what you enjoy doing. Maybe the only thing you enjoy doing is maybe running 4 or 5 times a week. Maybe you don't want to lift weights. Maybe you want to do calisthenics. Dog, just figure out what it is you want to do. Figure out what's fun, what's something that you can honestly stick with. And then stuff like staying in shape is not going to be hard. It's not going to be something you think about. I don't count my calories, because I already have a good understanding as to how much food I need to eat. I've been doing this for a while now. So really, main takeaway is, find what you want to do, and find a way for you to enjoy doing it along the way. Now, at first, whenever you're trying to kill this old version of yourself, like I mentioned before, you're going to have difficulties. You're going to have times where you are going to feel a lot of resistance. You're going to want to wake up and you're not going to want to go hit that workout. But you need to understand that you have to kill this current version of yourself that doesn't enjoy these things, because you need to remember, you can't trust this version of yourself. You can't. It's going to hold you back. And you didn't start this journey to be held back. You started this journey because you had serious plans for the future. And sometimes the best way to get out of this state of where you're the way that I did it, the way that I was able to make progress was really from putting myself in the mind of other people. Like I would okay, I'll be honest, like my greatest inspiration while I was trying to get in shape was David Goggins, because he was extremely overweight and then he lost weight, and he's just a beast, bro. Like, who doesn't like Goggins? And I would think to myself, like, what would Goggins do? I mean, obviously, like, maybe a little watered down, because I'm not trying to destroy my body like the way that Goggins does. But really, if it helps out, either, first of all, stop thinking, like just simply stop thinking and just do the thing. Or put yourself in the mindset of somebody else who already has what you have. And then you'll start to realize the more that, like, it's a lot easier to do these things than you think it is. It's really just that resistance in your mind that's telling you not to do it. So I hope this helps. Guys, if you have any sort of questions about anything about trying to get in shape, please leave it in the comments. Feel free, I'm going to answer it. That's all I have for you boys.